A little bit earlier this morning, this was the start of the men's UCI Elite batch, leaving the Huguenot High School in Wellington for this final stage, 68 kilometers to Val de Vie. It takes strain. The Cannondale Factory Racing German champion, he and Henri Gavancini had won 2 stages and worn the yellow jersey for a couple of days, but ultimately Canyon Topik leading team. And then a bit of drama here. Down goes Fumik, and taking down with him Jeremiah Bishop of Canyon Topik. Well, Fumik was all right, but I'm afraid Jeremiah Bishop lead group, and it is a fairly significant lead group, and it's an opportunity now for me to introduce our commentary team, a cast that we have here of thousands. Neil Gardner sitting alongside me, been watching the racing from the helicopter and helping us voice in the evenings. Joining us, Christoph.
Yes, I had absolute pressure.
In Topik, they've had a rock solid week, 1 stage win. It's been 8 years since Alban Licata won a stage at the ABSA Cape Epic. It's not really what he wanted to do. He wanted
to chase back 20 seconds with that speed. If you limit, it's most likely not free. But what can you do if it's so fast and you really don't have the time to open the bar and chew it? Okay, but if they come with a group to the finish, they always go full gas for the stage win. Buff Scott would battle super hard and maybe get the mechanical, so they're riding more for the stage win, I believe. And then who else do we have? We have Czech Celes and Marco.
And Samuele Porro. Obviously Damiano Ferraro did start this morning group. But if anyone...
Songo Specialized, so it looks unlikely for them to win the stage. They'll be looking very much towards just consolidating their podium position.
They're riding up now a smaller climb here, and then it goes flattish but quite rugged towards the...
Right to the last day, you'll be put to test. And we are watching the elite riders here. Of course, there are thousands behind who are going to be battling their way towards the finish line to earn a very coveted and cherished finisher's medal at Val de Vie. So you may be asking, what of relentless driving? He's put in a little bit of a surge here.
We just heard from Christoph Sauser that the yellow jerseys Investec Songo Specialized.
A pretty poor day, Cannondale Factory Racing, a lot poorer now than they're going at the moment. They should be secure in 3rd place. At Canyon Topik, they will be in...
Local day 1, they're the most important to win, especially for your head, for your nerves. You know you're in the race if you've done well.
Important thing for the riders to take today as a celebration of the week, of the hard week and the hard work that they've been putting in. There is...
And into a single track, the uphill single track, so it's very good when you're in the front.
So a little look around from Yaroslav.
Put maximum pressure down and maybe grow some gaps. Not easy to be in one piece, this group at the moment. We really expected some more fireworks, but there is quite a long way to go. Maybe when the trail opens out a bit, we should maybe see Canyon Topik come.
That's what actually matters for the pro. To have a hard or not hard race, it's much more the competition than the course. I believe adding a stage race at the end of the year keeps your shape a little bit longer going. You won't have to train so early already in November, and your body just remembers again, especially towards the end of ABSA Cape Epic. You know how to recover, how to activate your body. I think a Brazil ride at the end of the year is a good plan for the ABSA Cape Epic.
Look at Licata, followed by Buff Scott, Pinto and Guerra. And then one lone Trek Celes and Marco rider, Samuele Porro, riding in support of his teammate.
There's no pressure on the 2 boys. Their pressure is basically image that they can also keep up on
base of the valley. And it was known then as Victor Fester. And that is a struggle of a different kind.
Yes, we'll see podium and top spot, I guess. It's interesting to see the dynamic. We really
power and how he's dictated this race to a large degree. But the man on his wheel, Howard Grotz, has been quite remarkable. And look at Licata battling to stay with them. And there's one man who is also again losing his...
You're a little bit on the back foot. You may just have to take a couple of extra risks. These are, however, very skilled riders. It does put them under a little bit of pressure, perhaps just having to risk a...
They'll definitely make it together over the top.
A very professional outfit, Canyon Toe Peak. It's quite easy to spot Alban Licata. He's a rider who wrestles the bike a little bit more. Christian Heineck is completely smooth. His body hardly moves, but you can see right now, even Christian Heineck, who is known for his very still position on the bike, even he is fighting. The pace is absolutely white hot right now. Yeah,
we've been talking a lot about how important it is to be a well-balanced, very good on the climb, can match Jaroslav, but when it ever comes to flat or...
Now on this descent, and Licata and Heineck chasing hard to close the gap to Trek Celis and Marco.
I imagine they will come together towards this downhill. If you're in the back, you just see the front guys, and you just open towards the finish. So it's a nice, pleasant finish to come here.
And this is where you've got to get the balance right between pushing hard and not too hard. A little foot off there on the inside from Kulhavi, just making sure that it gets safely around the corner here in your desperate effort to get back. There's a problem.
Looks like they've got an issue. Canyon Toe Peak have got an issue. They've had to stop. As we said, the trail is littered with sharp rocks, and it's very easy to cut a tire. Alban Licata will be very focused on that back tire, making sure that it doesn't go too flat, because the last thing he would like to do is to sit and fiddle with it a bit more. That'll lose him valuable time if they want to get promoted to second place overall.
And that's the key, that pair of Avancini.
They're going to be they're going to smell the champagne. Or
well, we saw Canyon with a problem. Now it is Cannondale Factory Racing.
A truly bad day for this pair. They had such great days in yellow. We've seen them really animate the race.
Victory here in this final stage. They'll share a bit of work here, do a bit of drafting, and drag all the way along this nice smooth piece of tar.
Oh, they'll have it now.
Christoph, do you think they'll start celebrating now, or will they only celebrate? Trek Celis and Marco looked like they were weaving all over the road. This isn't. This is purely because they're picking the best line. They'll be looking to on the dusty tracks where there's a little bit of extra sand.
But earlier,
it'll be a sweet riding for them. They do have to keep it.
Oh, so eager to win.
Comfortable where they are. They may not be showing the celebrations, but deep inside you'll know they know this is just about done and dusted. Another superb week for Investec Songo Special. Across, and now they know. They have seen that they're not being pursued at any, paying off handsomely for the Trek Celis and Marco team. Cheered all the way to the finish.
Must be their biggest team. Must be the too hard in the past, and I'm sure they will never forget this moment. And they just
coming into Val de Vie and the finish of the grand finale, the final stage of the 2018 Absa at Cape Epic. Your winners of the stage, Fabian Rabin of Kulhavi and Howard Grotz of Investec Songo Specialized. The winners of the 2018 Absa Cape Epic, second on the day, but first for the
were safe. And the two guys, they woke up very nervous, and just with that last downhill. It's still in your head, you know, you can still lose it on that bloody last downhill, and just coming onto the asphalt, then they knew they have it.
And taking third on the day and cementing their place in second place overall. Canyon Toe Peak on the right, Alban Licata, the world marathon champion, and Christian Heineck. They'll be very pleased with this. They were looking for the win. It wasn't going to be. I think they realized that later on in the week, but they have secured second place for Canyon Toe Peak, and first people to they will congratulate Kulhavi and Grotz on a very good job.
And a good job indeed, and it is maybe a consolation prize to be on the podium for both the stage and for overall, but they will be absolutely delighted with this. They won't begrudge the likes of Jaroslav Kulhavi and Howard Grotz, who put in an incredible performance in all week. They'll be very happy to take that second place.
It's very nice to see the top three teams on the overall classification. It's the pure reflection actually of the strengths, and not reflection of the team has bigger, more mechanical.
Pity about the mechanicals today. Take us through what happened. I mean, I was just thinking, it's amazing we got through the Cape Epic just with a little mechanical which we had in the first stage, and then all of a sudden, maybe just a blink of second of not being super concentrated, and I got a small puncture. So, but luckily I was able to fix it super fast with a plug, and I could continue. But for a moment I was a little bit stressed.